The Blacklist fans took to social media when the show left a huge cliffhanger at the end of Season 8. The show made a return with the fans hoping to get some answers, but unfortunately the show has been put on hold, which has made fans very upset that they weren't informed about it beforehand. Here's everything we know. First, let's dive into how fans are upset after the show stopped airing new episodes. Season 9 of the NBC drama started releasing new episodes in autumn, and fans were eager to get answers to their questions concerning Liz's death. But instead, the Blacklist most recent episodes started with a 2-year flashback, and it's been a painstaking process to figure out what truly happened that night. Now, Red, Dembe, and the rest of the task force will have to wait a little longer to find out who shared Liz's whereabouts. The Blacklist is back on break after returning with fresh episodes in early January. There are no new episodes on Thursday nights, as fans have observed. Fans quickly went on their official Instagram page to ask why there was no episodes this week and why this week is a rerun. So when will Season 9 return? The Blacklist has continuously had 22 episodes for every season since the show first came out back in September 2013. Aside from Season 7 having 19 episodes due to the coronavirus outbreak that had so many production houses having to go on break because of worldwide lockdowns, it's a surprise that they even managed 19 episodes. So similarly, there's a good chance that the Blacklist current season still has a dozen additional episodes to air. In short, they will be back. This is just another minor inconvenience that they will have to be okay with. The Blacklist will be returning at the end of February on the 25th, and with Season 9 Episode 10 following the 2022 Winter Olympics, according to the show's website. But what's going to happen next? Red will undoubtedly continue his investigation into Liz's death after being proven to be wrong in his assumption that Dembe was to blame for not recognizing he was being tailed when he got to meet with her. That begs one question though. Who informed Van Dyke of Liz's whereabouts? What exactly happened that night Liz died? Viewers got to learn more about what transpired on the night of Liz's terrible death in the most recent episode of The Blacklist, titled Bauchman Baptiste. Liz died tragically at the Season 8 finale, and when the show returned, there was a big 2-year time leap, which Season 9 gradually addressed. The show's comeback showed Raymond Red Reddington and Dembe Zuma had a significant falling out. In addition to revealing what the members of the task team had been up to, it was shortly revealed that Red blamed Dembe for Liz's death, claiming that he failed to protect her and did not fulfill his duty. The show's major mystery, which centered on Red's true identity, which was revealed in a letter, will be familiar to fans of the Blacklist. Red had given Dembe the letter to give to Liz after he died, but he had already given it to her. Van Dyke, Liz's murderer, was present at the coffee shop when the transaction took place, according to Red, and he took advantage of the situation. However, Red quickly recognized that it wasn't Dembe's fault, and the two reconciled. While Red's identity is still a major mystery in the series, there's another major issue that viewers have been left with. Many people asked who informed the killer of Liz's whereabouts. When Episode 9 aired and it was revealed Van Dyke pulled the gun, many people believe Cynthia Panabaker was the one who hired Van Dyke for the position because it's highly unlikely that Van Dyke killed Liz because of any loyalty to Townsend. It makes sense that Panabaker hired Van Dyke since she had a burn notice on Liz and needed to wrap up loose ends with the task force. Fans weren't happy that they didn't find out what was in the letter. Fans of The Blacklist were looking for definite answers concerning Red's link to Liz in the Season 8 finale on Wednesday, and many aren't happy that they didn't get them. Red's connection with Liz has long been assumed to be paternal in nature, with rumors that date back all the way to Season 1 that he's actually her father. With the eventual revelation that Red is not Liz's original father and the subsequent revelation of further information about Liz's birth mother, Katerina, in later episodes, a new notion quickly arose. Fans of The Blacklist have a theory that Katerina abandoned Liz when she was a kid, erasing her early childhood memories memories and hiding her with a confidant to protect her and keep her safe from her enemies. She was later replaced on the show by James Spader in the character of her late colleague, the real Raymond Reddington. This version of events was prominently hinted at in Season 8's last 2 episodes, but the program didn't reveal everything just yet. When Liz is killed abruptly at the conclusion of the episode, that was something that had been predicted by all the viewers because Megan Boone went public with her decision to depart the show as a series regular. Red's promise to provide answers in the form of a letter from Katarina is broken. It's unclear whether the contents of the letter will be released next season, but some fans have stated that they will not be tuning in to find out. For all these years, we've been waiting to watch the scene when Liz finally knows the truth. And now that she's been killed off in the season, this made fans really upset, especially considering the fact that the team behind the Blacklist kept her around for almost a decade in the show only to kill her off without any proper ending to her narrative. All this seemed like a big elaborate prank for most fans on the show. So, how will the show continue without Liz? Liz has been played by Megan Boone on the Blacklist for over a decade. Liz was an ambitious FBI profiler when fans first met her. Her narrative becomes entangled with that of James Spader's criminal mastermind, Raymond Reddington. In order to safeguard Liz, Reddington handed himself into the FBI to assist them in catching high-profile criminals. Now that Boone is leaving the Blacklist, the show will continue to follow the FBI task team as they track down blacklisters in Liz's name. Why did Megan Boone leave the show? Season 9 of the Blacklist had made a return, but one of the series' core characters was absent. After Season 8 concluded, Boone stated that she won't be returning for Season 9. Since the beginning of the series, Boone has played Liz Keene. Many viewers were taken aback by her departure from the show. There has been so much gossip, but what is the true reason behind Boone leaving the cast of the Blacklist? Although viewers were taken aback by Boone leaving the show, the cast and crew were not surprised. Boone's decision to depart the show was made well before Season 9 of the Blacklist was renewed. According to reports, this offered the writers some extra time to come up with a fitting ending for Liz. Even though we all know, the ending they gave her was anything but, with multiple cliffhangers that made fans lose interest in the show. Just to recap, in case you've forgotten how they absolutely ruined the whole narrative of the series, Liz got shot in the back from one of Townsend's men in the closing episode of Season 8 of The Blacklist. Her life flashed before her eyes as she died in Reddington's embrace. Even those who weren't great fans of the character were moved by Liz's death. Boone leaving The Blacklist was driven by her desire to focus on other projects. In reality, Boone has made rapid advancements in her work ever since she retired from the series, so let's just take that with a grain of salt and be happy that at least her career hasn't been affected by her decision and that she's moving up. Boone started her own production business, Weird Sister, not long after the show and signed a first-look agreement with Sony Pictures Television, so it's safe to say she's doing really well. Boone told Deadline that she's extremely pleased to have a home at Sony where she can spread out and continue to work with her incredible team. They've played an important role in her career, and she firmly believes in the vision she has for Weird Sister. Lastly, is Liz Keene really dead in the series? Characters are frequently killed off on the Blacklist, only to reappear in subsequent seasons. It's no surprise that some fans believe Liz is still alive in Season 9 of the Blacklist because nobody saw her pass away. Fans only saw scenes where Liz was unconscious. Perhaps this was intentional by the producers so Boone has a chance to come back to the show if her business and deal with Sony Pictures doesn't work out. So maybe it is a win-win type of situation, and we should appreciate the step that the team at the Blacklist took by leaving that door open. It is unlikely that Liz will be portrayed as still being alive in Season 9 of the Blacklist though, so fans shouldn't anticipate seeing Boone for the entirety of this season, even if Liz is still technically alive somewhere. The 38-year-old actress announced her farewell to the series in public, and she seems to have way too much on her plate at the moment to be returning back to the show so soon. But who knows? Maybe we'll get to see her in Season 10. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.